Okay, it's going live right now. It's buffering, so don't mind me, folks. It's just a little bit of a back to soul again. Yes, I am. So, okay. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Paul, Mr. Cleveland Warren. Oh, hi, everyone. I'm Paul, Mr. Cleveland Warren, living in the city of Cleveland, in the state of Cleveland, in the United States of Cleveland. Okay, I was going to do a movie sign, but something happened. Mark was here, but unfortunately, yesterday he went to a bar and Dee Dee was there again. Yeah, Dee Dee, the Parma woman. And so that is what happened. But I don't know, she has some weird thing about my brother Mark, Dee Dee. I don't know why she's stalking her, but yeah, so instead of reviewing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I switched episodes. But and to be honest, I prefer to talk about albums over music, but or over movies. Just in case you wondered, the episode the Final Four episode, I am holding the winner of the first Final Four we've ever done. Not our last, but definitely our first. Pepe Le Pew. Sacre bleu. Pepe Le Pew's only in 2 categories, and here, I'll find Donald Duck, and let's see how well we... that's a perfect shot. Perfect shot. So, yeah, let's... it's pausing, so maybe... Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah, so... There might be a little beeps and... Donald Duck was in 4 of the categories. He gets the shaft, because, you know, he sometimes never wins. And obviously, since he doesn't wear pants, right here, a lot of people intend to have him go nude. That's why Chandler Bing made that comment about him putting a towel around his waist every time he gets out of the shower. Well, there's a special gland in his butt. That's why he doesn't wear pants. I'm not making this up. But, yeah, he also gets little to no love, even though his friend Jose and Karaoke would be, oh, mio Dios, muerto bargato. Oh, going. Yeah, well, there's going to be an episode, the movie sign 3 Caballeros, so, also, he can't fit in the real world because him being battleless. Unfortunately, even though Donald was #1 seed, just like how Baylor was and almost had a perfect season, but Pepe Le Pew made it. Merci beaucoup, because obviously he does get the chance. There was a couple times he was in cartoons where Penelope chases him. Yes. And he gets little to no love because of the whole cancel culture, and I'm the counter-cancel culture, and also little no, and can't cope in real life again today, and he's naked, even though I excluded characters who are already naked, but what I'm not talking about. So that's the review of Sunday's episode, the Easter special. So yeah, I'm still gonna be talking a little bit, seeing how it's going. Yeah, it's glitching out. I don't know. Just need to get my potency. So yeah. So today's episode is the Moody Blues on a Threshold of a Dream. This is my favorite Moody Blues album. Now, the Moody Blues started out as a British invasion rock band, and it was like that until 1966, and Denny Laine was getting frustrated, so he left. But Clint Warwick was gone. He was the first bass player, but then John Lodge came back, and a guitarist named Justin Hayward. Now, the thing was, the Moody Blues were still trying the rock, British Invasion stuff with Hayward, but it wasn't working for him, so they made a good decision from switching from one form of rock to another. It's called progressive rock, or art rock, or whatever you want to call it. So this is their third album with the... So this is the Moody Blues' third album with the Lodge Hayward lineup, and the fourth overall. But it's an amazing album. The first one, Days of Future Past, which I'll review as well, had the concept of using the London Festival Orchestra. In the 1968 album, In Search of Lost Chord, the Moody Blues played all their instruments. And they went a little more to Eastern mysticism as well, and John Lodge actually is a Christian, even though he's part of the evangelical sect. They're still Christian, even though they will ask for a donation or money to get a new cell phone or new wig because the old one's deteriorating. I don't know, but yeah. So now we have on the threshold of a dream, which is more rock oriented in some ways, as well as what they did in Days of Future Past. So it's a combination of both. So, and I think Mike Pinder, the former keyboard player, was involved with this company, Atari. So I just put this on because I left my Garfield shirt at home. So, but that'll be tomorrow because, yeah. So, On the Threshold of Dream starts with In the Beginning, which is kind of like Adam talking to God in some kind of way, and God is kind of a computer or something. I think, therefore I am. I think. Of course you are, my fine friend. It is a great, interesting concept using different kinds of synthesizers besides the Mellotron, which they use a lot on their six albums during their classic period, which on the Threshold of Dream is one of them. Second song is Lovely to See You, written by Justin Hayward. Well, the first one's written by Green Edge. So basically this is kind of a rock kind of song. And there's not that much Mellotron used on this album, unlike their other two albums. But still, great album. And Lovely to See You is still played in Moody Blues concerts. I don't know when I saw them in 2010 they played it, but still. Third song is Dear Diary, which was written by the late great Ray Thomas, who played the flute. And I actually have a flute somewhere. Let's see. Don't mind me, people. I just want to check how the filming is, as well as the, okay, it's fine. It's like one of these old Sega CDs, you know, you have to wait for the loading time, so grab yourself a brewski, and yeah. Yeah, this was the instrument Ray Thomas played. I don't know how to play this. I gotta get a flute book or something, but this was more Jethro Tull instrument, Ian Anderson. Again, I'm getting a flute book. So, yeah, Dear Diary was written by the flute player, the flautist, the late great Ray Thomas. And what I kind of like about this song more is, like, since I watched The Big Lebowski a couple times, a guy named Moondog made Stamping Ground, and that song actually sounds similar to Dear Diary. Yes, I combine those two songs together. which once Mark tries to escape from Parma, we can do that. So the fourth song, Send Me No Wine. This is a John Lodge song, and it kind of has a little bit of a country kind of feel, but this is an okay song. And then the fourth song is probably, at this point, the Moody Blues' hardest rock song. You know, Pink Peak Hour from Days of Future Past was the first one, and then a little bit Ride My Seesaw, but this is another John Lodge song. To Share Our Love, which not only has great guitar parts, but I think there's a cello in it. I don't have a cello, but I'll buy one later. That's the fifth song on the album, On the Threshold of a Dream. The sixth song is written by the keyboardist Mike Pinder, who stayed until 1978, and then they replaced him by a guy, the former Yes keyboard player Patrick Moraz, and from what I heard, the Moody Blues only had him was because, well, they just needed a keyboard player at the time, and there you go. He's kind of like a temporary guy. But unfortunately, Patrick Moraz was like, I need to be part of it. So that is side one of the album, On the Threshold of a Dream. And now we get to our next intermission, which I'm still looking at the thing. And so if you like this episode as well as our other episodes, I saw there's like 11 or 12 views of the Final Four episode. Click that like button, click subscribe, and get notified for the Warner Brothers Broadcasting Network. And we have other shows coming up. One is, well, tomorrow we'll be doing the movie sign, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I know you'll still be chocolated out because of Easter. We got toys. That's hence why we say Happy Easter, Happy Toys. So, yeah, then there's also the Top 16. We're still doing that. We'll be bringing back the Warner Brothers shorts. That sounds gross, but it's actually us talking about over. Just think of Riff Tracks meets Saturday Night Live meets Big Chuck and Little John. That's what the Craptastic Movie Show is going to be. And, also, there will be coming soon as well the TV Caesar, which is going to come in next week. I'm the TV Caesar. Then there's the Odd, the Bland, and the Spicy, which is coming up. Also, our Political episode, which is called Priest, Rabbi, and Minister, sharing our opinions about the world right now, and not only just around our nation, but the entire planet Earth. And sometimes we'll deal with, like, other things too. We just need somebody to play a Catholic priest. But then there's going to be the Odd, the Bland, and the Spicy, which is a cooking show. And this is one thing I actually want to get off the ground. I don't know if I do a GoFundMe or Go Fund Yourself kind of thing with this. This is why I like to have Mark with me, because it's like I'm talking to myself or something. But I want to know more about that kind of stuff, because I really do want to make Parma Flamingos. It's basically our version of Pink Flamingos that done by John Waters, but also it's if Pink Flamingos was made by Ernest Earl Anderson, or known as Ernie Anderson, or the Ghoul. And I am the Ghoul, and I am the Ghoul here. Welcome to our show, and what have you? So there'll be a ghoulish guy on the show, but I might get some Groucho Marx glasses for that. But anyhow, yeah. So that's, and also probably coming soon, the Tap. I wish two of the friends that I've done that with just once would watch this show and text me or anything. But continuing on with On the Threshold of a Dream. Number 7 is their basic hit song on the album On the Threshold of the Dream. I would like to say on the Threshold, but that doesn't sound right. But this is another Justin Hayward song, and it's a real nice one because the verses are basically just acoustic, and then after Hayward sings that part, then it has like an electric part, and Ray Thomas, instead of playing the flute, he's playing harmonica. Well, that's what he played when he was with the Moody Blues when it started in '64. Then the eighth song, which kind of is their kind of fun song in a way, with this one, Lazy Day. Well, there was already a couple Lazy Day songs with Left Bank made one at the time. But the biggest one was Spanky and Her Gang's Lazy Days, which kind of reminds me of Nat King Cole's Lazy, Hazy, Crazy Day of the Summer. And I could just combine those, but hey, Leslie Gore combined Lazy Day with 98.6. Look that one up. But this Lazy Day song by Ray Thomas, he sings about what you can do on a Sunday afternoon. Get your feet up, just watch television, have roast lamb or roast beef or roast pork. Actually, I wouldn't mind trying roast lamb. I'll gotta get some mint jelly and some rosemary. I don't know, but this is another song that is kind of. But Ray Thomas, that's what he did with those songs. But maybe it was his idea to be on The Simpsons. I don't know, but there is a harp solo. I mean harmonica, which is called the blues harp. During that, and played by Thomas. Well, I think this is the only album during those 7 albums that the harmonica is played. That's all right. Then comes Ninth Song, which was by Hayward and Thomas, called "Are You Sitting Comfortably?" Are you sitting comfortably? I don't know how to say it. It's like cool flip. Oh, cool warp, cool flip. But yeah, nice little song. And then comes the last song, which is actually 4 songs, but you can put these together. The 10th song is another Cream Edge monologue thing. When the white eagle of the north on the threshold of a dream. So that's how that goes. And the 11th song is Have You Heard, but written by the last 3 songs were written by Mike Pinder, but it's like divided up, like what they did with House of 4 Doors. John Lodge wrote that part, and then had Legend of a Mind, also known as Timothy Leary is Dead. But so you get part 1 of Have You Heard, and then the second part is The Voyage, which is an instrumental song with obviously the mellotron and cello, double bass. Ray Thomas playing the oboe and English horn, as well as the flute, and uses of the Hammond organ, and yeah, so as well as the piano. You get back to the part 2 of Have You Heard, Pinder again, and then you get this like segue to in the beginning after the song fades. Again, this is my favorite Moody Blues album of all of them. My second favorite is Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, which you get from the treble clef notes. Third one, I'll have to say In Search of the Lost Chord. Fourth is Days of Future Past, but that's another topic altogether. Who knows, maybe I'll do a top 16. Since Moody Blues did make 16 albums, do what I did with Pepe Le Pew. Rank all the 16 albums together. Well, I gotta listen to the other ones too, especially ones that are in the 80s, because I think that those are the 2 things that really did get me into Moody Blues when I was a kid. Was 1, the song In Your Wildest Dreams, the Once Upon a Time song, and 2, when I heard Denny Lane from Wings was part of it. I thought he was in there until 1972, but I was wrong. He left in 1966 because of all the frustrations he had with the band, because they weren't going anywhere at the time. But I kind of wonder what would happen if John Lodge actually was in the Moody Blues alongside with Denny Laine. I still think they might went with. They probably would have went more psychedelic, but I don't think they'd get to the place where they were at during the late '60s. So, but the artwork too is interesting as well. Like, Moody Blues albums do have great artwork. It's like when you see their album covers, it's like wow. And the personnel on that album, on the Threshold of a Dream, I mentioned about flutes, oboes, English horns, harmonicas, Hammond organ, the mellotron, piano, some electric guitar, some 12-string, even kettle drum. So they kind of went more to the, and even synthesizers that Pink Floyd would use later. So it was kind of like using symphony with synthesizers, which Wendy Carlos would do in the early '70s as well. Call Me Wendy, but that's something else altogether. But yeah, I recommend On the Threshold of a Dream, and it's a great album. So get it or stream it or something like that. It's even on Spotify. It's on. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, but you'll find it. So our next and album cover album is from one of my favorite bands again, Procol Harum, which means Beyond These Things, and it's called The Grand Hotel, or The Grand Hotel. People come in, people go out, and nothing happens. Well, a lot of things happen. And with that, I am Paul Mr. Cleveland Warren, living in the city of Cleveland, in the state of Cleveland, in the United States of Cleveland. Signing off. Forgive me, folks. This computer is slower than the last in January. God damn you. Self. The hell? God. I might have to edit this. I don't know. Come on. Here we go. Come on. No!